Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel Jane Lorenzo.
Wait, what did you say?
Jane Lorenzo.
Have a good one. Mwah.
You guys better subscribe and watch my friend on his YouTube channel. He is kicking ass.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review and sort of just general thoughts on the first two episodes we've got of Legends of Tomorrow on the CW. To sort of catch up and reestablish my affection for the show, so I'll be discussing the premiere from a couple weeks ago, The Virgin Gary, as well as episode 2, which just aired this past week on Monday, called Witch Hunt. So yes, apologies for the delay in both of these reviews. Honestly, I don't know, I just wasn't in the right mood for it, so I fell behind a bit. But luckily, I pulled myself out of it before I got too far lost. And I want to get back to it because I know last year for season 3, Legends of Tomorrow was one of sort of my staple shows, to my channel. Sort of like Van Helsing is now, Riverdale, and I want to make Legends another one of those. But yeah, so I apologize that I haven't been quite as on the ball with the show as I've wanted to be. That should change because it does air on Mondays now that I'm all caught up and more in the zone for it. I am off Mondays usually, so I should be able to get them out a little bit more on time. So that should work nicely. And I also did want to, if you guys didn't see, I went to the C2E2 Chicago Entertainment Expo convention back in April this year. I did a whole video on it. But I'll be talking about an experience there at the end of the video after the sort of reviews. Which may have contributed to my mood a little bit. Half and half, but we don't need to get into that right now, and I definitely don't want to talk about it each week I review the show, so I just wanted to get it out of the way. But as far as the actual episodes go, I really enjoyed them both. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed season 3, so it's going to be kind of difficult to top that, I guess, but if we're seeing anything at all as to what the rest of the season's going to be like, then I think season 4 here could really be the best so far. And based on the way Katie Lotz has talked about it, even Dominic Purcell and some of the others, they're pretty proud of it. They feel like the show has really found its footing. And I think it really started to in season 2. I mean, season 1 still had its bright spots for sure, but season 2, it got a little bit more coherent, a little bit more set on what it is. 3, I think, was pretty accurate to what we should be getting with the show, and 4 seems to like to be a perfect combination of all that. Because yeah, it's silly, it's definitely a lot campier, it doesn't take itself as seriously as often as, shows like Arrow, obviously, like the kind of place that's at right now. But I'll still say Legends is easily my favorite of the Arrowverse shows. I just enjoy it the most thoroughly throughout, and that's why I really try to review this as often as I can, and I don't talk about Arrow as much. I still like Stephen Amell and everything, and Manu Bennett when they let Deathstroke be on there, but really Arrow just doesn't hold my interest anymore. But Legend still does, because yeah, it's silly. We had a magical carnivore unicorn in the premiere episode, and we had a fairy godmother involved in the Salem witch trials in the second. So yeah, ridiculous, but within those, it still manages to have its moments of heart and sort of really nice character moments or conversations and everything. So I feel like it's found more of a common ground than even what they're saying, you know. So I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty optimistic of where Legends is going to go, you know, this year. I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. It makes me excited to talk about it, so I think that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go in depth about both episodes. Again, I sort of want to give my general thoughts on both of them. But yeah, I probably like the premiere a little bit more. I just really enjoyed that carnivore type of unicorn creature, and of course it took place during Woodstock or whatever. And the unicorn sort of rainbows, it made them all, you know, basically incredibly high. So they're all hallucinating different people close to them, but it wasn't actually them. So it caused quite a few little funny mix-ups here and there. And the unicorn, it looked, you know, pretty real. I know a lot of it was CG, but maybe they had a real horse stand in too. I don't know, but it looks pretty good. Even when you see his like teeth and everything, it looked kind of violent and brutal. Then you find out the unicorn's been impaling people that's, you know, horn throughout the episode and stuff like that. But besides that, my favorite part of the episode is probably the Sarah and Ava scenes we got. Just some really sweet moments between the two. Good to see them actually being happy and sort of enjoying their relationship, how it's blossomed. You know, it's even to the point of Ava wanting Sarah to move in with her, and Sarah wants to, but she's still so dedicated to her team, but she is feeling more relaxed because, you know, nothing in like, well, I think it was 5 months since Malice was defeated. But they pretty much find a common ground, you know, within the first and second episodes of, you know, Sarah needing to focus and be there for her team, but also be able to reconnect with Ava as they both go and as they both work. So I think that's a good place there. I don't think they need to force any, like, major relationship drama into it or anything. So I think it's a good spot right now. Sorry, just gotta take care of that. Alright. And the witch hunt, you know, we've seen a lot of shows sort of cover like the Salem witch trials type thing, and I was wondering how seriously they were gonna get with it, you know, if they were really gonna try and go in depth and, you know, see what these things really were or not, and they kind of did, you know, with the mother-daughter situation, but then they went into the daughter having a fairy godmother who's been, you know, sort of causing more chaos than there already was. And they do touch on that the real monsters of this were, you know, the people who were just so paranoid and, you know, desperate and everything. You know, so it was pretty good for what it was. And the lady that played the fairy godmother was, you know, just kind of perfect as that character. Also Constantine, you know, he's a very fine addition to the team. Not just for the supernatural dynamic, but, you know, obviously he ties into that, but really I think he's a good foil, and somehow Matt Ryan just has chemistry with all the others, so I think he's working really well as well, and I like that, you know, the bigger picture is going to be tying into some, you know, sort of realm or some sort of being he's familiar with already, that he's dreading returning, perhaps. So I like that angle as well. And some good acting, again, between him and Katie Lotz, you know, when he's at his apartment and he refuses to join, but of course he eventually does. You know, he's just kind of drunk and, you know, wasted and everything. And of course, you know, Ray's also been looking for Nora and everything too, and it seems like him and, I suddenly forget her name. But, you know, the, Zari, you know, it seems like they've been growing closer as well, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, so I really just enjoyed both, and there's a pretty good, you know, fun fight scene with, you know, Sarah taking on the, you know, the villagers and everything in the witch hunt episode. You know, I found it kind of convenient that they all of a sudden were able to, like, kind of hold her back. Although I think if it had gone longer, maybe Sarah would have just fought out of it again, but come on, they shouldn't even be able to touch Sarah, come on. But yeah, anyway, you know, she made ragdolls out of all of them, but then all of a sudden they, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed both. I would rate the premiere episode probably about an 8.8 out of 10, and as far as Witch Hunt, I'd probably put it about like an 8.5. So I really did like both of them. I'm again pretty optimistic and eager to see where the rest of the season goes. Thoroughly enjoying it, and like I said, definitely plan on the Legends reviews being a little bit more on time than usual going forward. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these episodes. You know, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. And now for that, the whole C2E2 convention thing I wanted to talk about. I don't want to dwell on it, but experience or two there was sort of lukewarm to me at the time, so I think it sort of like dampened my excitement for the show. That's probably why I held off on it a little bit. I met Katie Lotz and Brandon Routh there. I was pretty excited. Those were the main reasons why I was going to C2E2, along with Mark Shepard from Supernatural and Charlie Cox Daredevil, CM Punk too. So it's a pretty big convention. Floor was great and everything. Katie Lotz, I've kind of gotten to a better place about how that interaction went. I'll talk about that one in a minute, but I guess my main issue was with Brandon Routh. Now, I don't think he's like a bad guy or anything like that. I'm sure it could be different on a different day. And admittedly, I don't know as much about his career as Katie Lotz's, or so I didn't really have as much to say to him. So I went up to him. He seemed nice. He's pretty approachable for sure. I paid like 50 or 60 for his autograph, which is fine. I got him and Katie Lotz to sign this, mini poster type thing, which is fine. But I don't know if it was that I wasn't sure what to say to him. I was kind of nervous too. I don't know, but after he signed, I was going to try and say something else and sort of like get at least another quick conversation going, because there wasn't really anyone behind me. Just like kind of two people I think were in a group together. I think I remember walking up behind me and we're waiting. But without kind of saying anything, I felt like I was just moved along, and he just sort of, he gave me a side glance, and he just sort of focused in on the other people right away, and I didn't realize we were actually done. I don't know, I'm not trying to hold up people, but it just felt like he just kind of brushed me aside. I'm not sure why. So he came off, I don't know, a bit fake. I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything too bad, because it was only one particular interaction and everything, but still. As far as Katie Lotz, just when I initially went to her, I think I caught her right before she went to a break. So it kind of felt like she was, ready to go. And, I get that these celebrities, they're people as well. They get tired. Maybe they have issues going on too. You don't know. So I'm not really faulting Katie Lotz as much here. So when I got that, though, I got even more nervous than I already was when I got that impression. So I didn't say as much to her as I wanted. I wanted to talk to her about the Pact and working on the Machine with Toby Stevens, as well as Legends, obviously, in the whole Arrowverse. I did say that Sarah's always been my favorite character, the heart and, the soul, the whole, Arrowverse and everything. She said, yeah, she's a fun one, but I wanted to make more conversation with her, and that was kind of my fault, because I got this impression, and then I thought, I kind of forgot what I was going to say. But Katie Lotz, at least, was still very nice. She was pretty friendly. She took this selfie photo. I also have a little Polaroid printout that she did, that she suggested. So she's still really nice. More than anything, really, I'm just hoping that I have another chance to meet her. Catch her at a slightly better time. But she was still really friendly. Don't get me wrong, and I do really like how our photo op picture turned out as well. So yeah, Katie Lotz, awesome. I'm just sort of annoyed with myself, so I hope I get another chance to talk to her. So I think you guys thought about the episode again. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.